Alright guys, so we are going to start off from where we left off in the first video, which was the front. Now we're on the rear. I don't know what the hell that is sticking out of my trunk, but what I left off was putting this on the rear. It was also the brakes. I finally got the brakes. We're doing a whole EP3 setup in the rear, 2005 Honda Civic Si. The calipers fit with Type R calipers. I mean, the calipers fit with Type R rotors and pads, but since I'm doing these for now and I'm gonna upgrade the rotors and pads later on, we're just gonna make it work for now. Still have to run the e-brake cables. I got the bolts like I was talking about for the low control arm so it doesn't hit the axle like it did on that side. On this side, I messed up my low control arm pushing the car in because I took that bolt out of it so I could find the length and everything that I needed. But with all that being said, I'm gonna attempt to break the bolt that is sitting right here so I could use, the nut that is sitting right here from factory that's welded in. That side is broken already. Did that a while, like when I first got the car, because everything was seized in here. Break this side off, run the bolt in. I have nuts and lock washers for that. They actually did send me long enough bolts for this. It was just hidden in the package. So put the bolts on there, tighten this up, get the whole rear suspension kind of worked up, then put the calipers, do the brake lines, and run the e-brake cables. So these, just want to mention, these calipers did not come with the e-brake cable holder, so I'm gonna get that from S1 Builds, where I've been getting most of my stuff. I'm gonna get that, and then I'm not painting these, so I'm just gonna throw them on there. But I will be getting CRV Steelies to run on this car, so no one really sees the axles in the rear. But with that being said, let's get to work. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so before we continue, I just want to mention, if I'm not mistaken, I got 3-inch bolts. Should be roughly about like right there. This goes in pretty deep, so it should be able to catch it. I just wanted to show you guys that without it being sped up. I throw anti-seize on all these bolts because it's kind of common Honda thing for everything to just seize in place and stuff like that. So let's see if I could get this to where it needed to be. Okay, so that didn't work like I wanted it to. That works. Okay. But it won't go in on the back side. Alright, I want to see if you guys can see that. See that right there? That's perfect. Before, it was, this is still on the outside. This is how long the bolts were before. So obviously I have axles. They came straight through. But that right there is perfect. So let's get back to work. Alright guys, so that is one side suspension wise. Okay, so now a lot of people here are a little bit concerned about that. I'm gonna figure out what nut I should really run to make sure that's secured. But until then, let's put the brakes on this side. Like I said, those are Type R rotors. They're like 5/1000th of an inch smaller than the EP3. Left side, right side. Oh. I don't believe I have to shim anything. Just gotta get it on there. Okay, here's another problem. My caliper is not gonna fit past that lump right here. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. That's a part of everything that was welded too. Trying to put it as straight as possible so I could just bolt in here just to hold it down for a bit. That's not working. The bolt should go in there. Let's do just the bracket first. That rotor on there. Rotor. Sorry about that. Bracket. It's the other one. So that's pretty good, I would say, spacing wise. Alright, so that's on there. I'm just gonna throw pads on there. See how it all looks. Show you guys. One, two. They're freaking perfect, guys. No shimming needed for the calipers, no shimming needed for the pads. I just need to take that out right there. So, with that being said, we're gonna figure this out right now. So my e-brake cable has to make its way back here. Brake line could go back there, and up like that. I don't think that should be a problem. It's not even tight up there anyway. All right. It's gonna hurt, but fuck it. Yikes, that. Let's get the whiz wheel and shave this joint. Alright guys, so I was just talking to Steve and we are not that far away. If you guys can see, I'm just going to take this back off, cut some more from up here instead of down here like I was before, and then see how close we could get it even more. And then I might have to shave this down a little bit and possibly shave down the bracket when I get it so I could have an e-brake, or do all that and see how long see if the e-brake cable is even going to fit, because I have the SI, the EM1 Si e-brake cable, so I might have to probably change some stuff up, see if it does, if the e-brake cable is not long enough, see what's going to work for me when it comes to that. So let's get back to cutting, guys. Alright guys, this is day 2. Ran a little late doing this side yesterday, so I worked today, so we're not doing much. Get this side to look exactly like this side, but after that I'm going to run the e-brake cables, the ones that I do have, see if they are at least going to reach back here to where they need to be. I'll bleed the brakes and we'll have a brake pedal by the end of the day. So let's get started on day 2. Alright guys, had a okay lunch, I guess. It is towards, well, it is the end of the day. Kind of been lunched and I had to do a car. So before lunch, cut this off. I'm going to just put the rotor on and the bracket on, so I know how much more I have to cut. Oh, that's too big. Okay, so this side is different from that side. That side's got 14s, this side's got 12. bolts are here. Got me scared a little bit, didn't want to line up. Get my ratchet. Okay. Pretty sure I still got to take off some more of that, but just want to triple check. Just coming along. Hardware. Okay. This side doesn't want to stick. I believe the caliper came with some hardware too. Yeah. Guess that's better. Do the same thing I did on the last side. Some grease. Not much. And that doesn't want to stay there. This always seems to happen to me, and I have both grease things over here. That's on. That's on. Let's see what we got. Same thing again, not by much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shave some more of that, and I'll go back there to the grinder and I'll grind some off of that like I did to that side. Let's get the cutting going. Take these pads out again. Safety glasses. All right, get these glasses, let's get started. Alright guys, moment of truth. Let's see how it fits. Yeah. I think I got more that has to come out. So that's the bottom bolt. I think I got more that has to come out. That's the top bolt. Oh yeah. Nope, don't got any more that has to come out. It's it is like right there though. It is like right there. So I'm gonna do, kinda wanna do it, but I'd rather do it at this than to keep cutting up the So, like I said, just shaved off a bit more. See if we get a bit more clearance. Let me bolt it in first. yeah. It's like a hair that could fit in there. So I'll finish bolting this down, put the brake line on, make sure all the bolts are tight, put the wheel on, and I'll show you guys the spacing and how everything looks in the rear now. Keep in mind, please keep in mind, these coilovers are not staying here. I have to get new ones. So like I said, let me do all this and then I'll show you guys the finished product. All right guys, she is done in the rear. I'm going to figure out what I'm gonna do with the hold down for the brake line because I don't want it going anywhere. I still need to get the little clips that pop back in there, but other than that, got the space. Everything is good. Now it's just getting rid of those e-brake cables, and I'll hop in the car and hopefully take them out. I'm gonna measure the ones that are currently in the car so I know which one goes on which side, and we'll have new e-brake cables ran to the rear. Just gotta, like I said, just gotta get the e-brake hold down, which goes right here. Just gotta get that and the bolts, and probably shave that down so it doesn't hit anything like that was. And then we'll have full brakes in the rear. Once again, for people that are trying to do this and don't really know much about it, this is a 3-inch bolt that I got from Lowe's. I mean, this side has more clearance than that side. Right here, it's like a hair, but I'm just gonna cut a notch out of there. I'm gonna cut a notch out of here so it matches. So those two will be fine. But 3-inch bolt, S1 builds, all set for the coilovers. Got the EP3 full setup in the rear for the brakes. That's EP3 calipers, EP3 pads, rotors. You don't need to shim anything. The dry shaft, I'll talk about the dry shaft at the end of the videos, at the end of this video, sorry. And I'll also let you guys know what I'm cooking up for the fuel. So let me hop in there, I'll punch those out, put this on speed. Let's get it rocking, guys. All right guys, that is one side. Oh, this came back out. I think I gotta pull probably some more this way so I could slack it a little bit better, so I could put it up there. But essentially that's one side. I'm not sure how I'm gonna run this. I have to look at a few pictures or ask some more questions to see how everybody else is doing it. But it is looking nice. Finally getting some new things in here. I'm gonna run that side and then I'll get back to you guys when I open up the coolant hoses, lower the car. But before I do that, what I'm doing with, just to let you guys know what I'm doing with the fuel lines, see, because they're kind of rusty like crazy. I'm probably gonna replace the factory fill. I'm gonna delete all these evap lines, all that. I'm gonna run one PTFE E85 line, and I'm gonna use the factory fill as a return line because I'm gonna run external pump and filter and everything. So look out for the video on that. That's hopefully coming soon. Drive shaft video is coming soon. Just dropped that off, so Like I said, let me do that and I'll get back to you guys. All right, so it's in. Everything is tightened down. Obviously can't use the e-brake yet, but these are now, I guess, garbage because I'm not gonna be putting jumps back on any car anytime soon. If anything, I'm pretty sure they're cheaper to get than, and they're broken, see? So, garbage. Get my hat. There's a box, there we go. This is for the course. Alright, show you guys eBay stuff. I still got, they're called G Plus. Pretty sure some of you guys, or most of you guys, know what I'm talking about. Those are in the car currently. But these are what's going on. TT Racing. Pretty sure it's the same exact thing as G Plus. But get some fresh hoses in this. I'm gonna be probably still using this line, not 100% sure. Might shorten it down so I clean it up a little bit. But this is the return, this is the feed line that I was telling you guys about that I'm gonna use as a return, because I have a in and out on this fuel rail, so that's gonna be perfect. Then it's just throw these in there. Car is done. All right guys, so we are done with the rear for now. It raised it, like I believe I said it in the beginning or close to the beginning, don't really remember. This car used to be dropped all the way around. Now 3 fingers could fit in the rear. I raised the front mainly because the car hasn't got alignment, and these tires that are on it currently are stupid big. Sorry guys, the GoPro died. So like I was saying, the tires on the front are stupid big. I don't know if you guys can see how that's kind of even, but this one is sticking out. So before I leave today, I might lift it up and pull the roll control arm a little bit back, further back. But again, e-brake cable is in, but not connected in the rear because I gotta buy some more stuff. The car's being held by its own weight right now. It's kind of heavy, but this is the end for the rear end for now, at least. I'll give you guys an update once I get the stuff, the e-brake cables for the rear. But like, subscribe, comment if you got any questions. I'm gonna drop the Instagram name for Dynasty on the little corner down there if you guys want to stay up to date, because I'm switching up some stuff. Not using my Instagram no more, I'm using the crew's Instagram. So like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys in the next one.